We are discussing the chapter lesson of metals and non-metals. At the end of the chapter, now we are going to discuss the question answer. First, we shall discuss the in-test questions, those questions that given in the text. So the first is the example of a metal which is liquid at room temperature, that is mercury, and can be easily cut with a knife, that is sodium. The best conductor of heat, that is silver. The poor conductor of heat, that is lead. Lead is the poorest conductor of heat. Now the malleable and ductile, we have to explain the meaning, that we have already discussed the feature of metals, that metals are malleable and ductile. Malleable means we can form thin sheets like gold, silver, that we can make it a thin sheet. And ductile means that we can draw thin wires. That these are the features of the metals. That we can draw the ductile means that we can draw the thin wires, that we draw the wire of aluminum and copper, gold, silver, like that. Now why is sodium kept immersed in kerosene oil? Sodium is very reactive and it reacts with oxygen at room temperature to form sodium oxide, and also it reacts with water when moisture and water is present in that to form sodium hydroxide. So that's why it is kept in kerosene. It is not kept in outside. It is not kept in water. It is kept in kerosene. Now the equations for the reactions of iron with steam, calcium and potassium with water, that is 3Fe plus 4H2O. Fe3O4 plus 4H2. Fe is solid, H2O is gas, Fe3O4 is solid, 4H2 is gas. Now 2K plus 2H2O is 2KOH plus H2. Potassium plus water, potassium hydroxide and oxygen. 2K is solid, 2H2O is liquid, 2KOH is aqueous and H2 is gas. Now calcium, Ca plus 2H2O gives CaOH2 plus H2. Ca is solid, 2H2O is liquid, CaOH2 is aqueous and H2 is gas. So calcium, water, calcium hydroxide and gas. Now the next question is samples of 4 metals A, B, C, D were taken, added to the following solution by 1. This question is given. Now it's according to the activity series of metals, the reactivity of given metals are zinc is greater than iron, greater than copper, greater than silver. So from the data given in the above table, we conclude that A is more reactive than copper but less reactive than iron. B is more reactive than iron but less reactive than zinc. C is more reactive than silver but less reactive than copper. D is equally or less reactive than silver. From this it is concluded that metal B is most reactive metal. B will displace copper from copper to sulfate solution. The arrangement of metals in order of decreasing reactivity is B is greater than, A is greater than, C is greater than D. Now the next question is, which gas is produced when dilute HCl is added to a reactive metal? So that is the hydrogen, that is hydrogen gas. Fe plus H2SO4 gives FeSO4 plus H2. Fe is solid, H2SO4 is aqueous, FeSO4 is aqueous and H2 is gas. What would you observe when zinc is added to a solution of iron sulfate, and write the chemical reaction that takes place? Solution of iron to sulfate is light green. When zinc is added to a solution of Fe to sulfate, it gets decolorized and iron gets precipitated. That is FeSO4 plus Zn plus Zn4 plus Fe. FeSO4 is light green, ZnSO4 is colorless. FeSO4 is aqueous, zinc is solid, ZnSO4 is aqueous, and Fe is solid. Now the electron dot structure for sodium, oxygen and magnesium. Sodium, that one electron, that is outermost orbit, that is one electron, and oxygen in outermost orbit, that is 2, 4, 2, that is 6 electrons are there, so it will require 2 electrons to complete this octet. Magnesium is extra 2 electrons in outermost orbit. So sodium will lose 1 electron, oxygen will gain 2 electrons, so magnesium will lose 2 electrons. Now formation of Na2O, 2Na, that is 2 at 1 is, and it gives 2Na plus 2E. Here sodium loses 1 electron and gives 2 sodium, gives 2H, that is octet complete, and releases 2 electrons. Now O, that is 2 6 plus 2E, इसमें 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन ऐड हो जाएगा, तो दैट विल फॉर्म O and 2 negative ion, that is 2H. Neon noble gas like configuration. Now sodium 2Na, 2 positive ion plus O 2 negative ion, oxide ion, which gives NaO2. Na मीन्स एक ऑक्सीजन को देगा इलेक्ट्रॉन और एक ऑक्सीजन को देगा, एंड Na2O, that is sodium oxide. The formation of MgO, that is Mg2H2. 2 has the outermost orbit 2 electrons, so it will lose 2 electrons. So Mg2 plus, it will develop 2 ions and plus 2 electrons. 2 plus 2. So O plus 2E gives O2 negative ion. So oxygen will gain 2 electrons. Now oxygen atom, now magnesium, Mg2 positive ion plus O2 negative ion gives Mg2O2. 2 positive ion and 2 negative ion, 2, and then finally it gives MgO, that is magnesium oxide. So ion present in Na2O is sodium ion and oxygen ion. Sodium ion 1 positive charge and oxygen ion 2 negative charge. Ion present in MgO, Mg2 positive ion and oxygen 2 negative ion. Now the next question is, why do ionic compounds have high melting points? Due to the strong force of attraction, they have the high melting point. The ions and the ionic compounds are bound to each other very firmly. That is the strong electrostatic force of attraction between the ions. So their bond is very strong. That's why the melting point is high. The following terms, minerals, ores and gangue, that already discussed, but again I am repeating that minerals are the naturally occurring compounds of metals, which earthly materials called minerals. Ores are the mineral from which a metal can be extracted on a commercial scale economically and easily. That is called ores, like bauxite, clay. Now gangue, that ores usually contain large quantities of unwanted earthy material, that is impurities in ores. Such unwanted earthy materials, that is impurities, that are called as gangue. Name 2 metals which are found in nature in the free state. That is gold and silver are metals which are found in nature in free state. Now which chemical process is used for obtaining metal from its oxide? That is carbon reducing process. Which chemical process? That is the carbon reducing process. It is used for this and the reduction process. So the MO plus C gives M plus CO, and Fe2O3 plus 2L gives 2Fe plus L2O3. Now metallic oxides of zinc, magnesium and copper were heated with following metals, in which cases we will find that displacement reactions taking place. This is the question. Now answer is magnesium is able to react with zinc oxide to form zinc metal. ZnO plus Mg gives Zn plus MgO. Magnesium oxide will not give displacement reaction with any of the zinc, magnesium and copper. both zinc and magnesium can give displacement reactions with copper oxide. This is because both zinc and magnesium are more reactive than copper. Which metals do not corrode easily? The metals of low reactivity do not get corroded easily, like gold, platinum, chromium do not get corroded. Now what are alloys? Already discussed in the lesson. Again I am repeating. A homogeneous mixture of a metal with other metals or with a non-metal is called an alloy. Brass is an alloy of two metals, copper and zinc. Steel is an alloy mainly of one metal and non-metal, that is iron and carbon. So these are the questions that we have discussed today, that is the in-test questions. Next class we will see the chapter end questions. So for chapter end questions we will see the next class. So this is all about the we have discussed the in chapter questions of metals and non-metals. You see the questions in the NCERT book and follow the answers what I have explained. And again in the finally I will try to send the in PDF these are the in the written form. Okay, thank you.